What's up, everyone? This is SojuTalk, your weekly shot of K-pop. We are coming at you with a super spicy, unconventional episode 356, and we're recording on December 18th, but you're not probably watching this until like December 30th, 31st, Something New like Year's, that. Somewhere around there. Yeah. So, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's
Happy
to
New Year.
You and your family.
Yay. 2026.
Happy holidays.
Is the future better?
Even today we got Warren.
Hey.
And a very sick Anita.
Still sick. Hello.
She's hacking up along. I'm sick as well. Warren's tired from work. We are here though. We're putting in the effort. We're dropping this near the end of the year. And then we will most likely take a 2-week break. There might be some more side content, but regular episodes of the podcast will restart on January 20th because Warren's going on a trip. I'm going on a tail end overlapping trip. So it is what it is, guys. But we'll be back next year with some fire content, hot takes. We need to give more hot takes based on what we're first going to talk about, right, Warren? So let's just get into it.
Let's get into it.
What? Is it me?
Yeah.
Me?
Do you want to? Yeah. Yeah. What are we looking at? What are we looking at?
What you're seeing on the screen is I transposed every Soju score we gave in the year of 2025 on the columns. You have me, Warren, Anita. You have the nation. You have the final score on the right, and then anything you see that's highlighted yellow is something that entered the Hall of Spice.
Ooh.
So I made this 2 days ago, I think.
So we're looking at this. I'm looking at we looks like we reviewed 158 songs in all of 2025.
Jeez.
It's quite. We listened to a lot of music. That's what it is. That's what I'm getting at. I was like, you know what? It'd be a little fun to like run some numbers. Like, obviously, looking at all these numbers are great, but I was curious about the scores we were giving out. I'll be honest. And this is the average score we gave in 2025. Doug gave an average of 6.35.
I'm a nice guy.
Anita gave an average of a 6.14. I gave the average of 6.02. And then the nation gave the average of 6.30 overall. This makes me look bad, doesn't it?
Bro, we're within 0.3 of each other. It's all right.
Yeah.
Pretty close.
So I looked at that and I was like, I don't think an average tells the full story. You know, statistically, we all learned this in AP stats or whatever math class you took, right? So I did a distribution chart of all the scores we gave out in 2025, and for some reason, Google.
Warren, you got to zoom out a little. Yeah.
Okay. There we go.
Okay, there we go.
There we go. In this graph. The blue line is Doug, the red line is Anita, and the green line is me. And you will notice that a certain red line person, Anita, has a huge peak.
She basically gave 80 songs a 6. It's about half of them, guys.
Hey,
she
what can I say?
6. Like, what the heck?
In my defense, I think most of the songs that we end up covering are pretty good. Like, they're on average kind of good. We have the odd ones out that either are exceptionally good or maybe a little underwhelming, but that's how I see it. And I will say, Warren did bring up a comment that a listener left not too long ago about us and giving too many 6s. And, you know, I'm a culprit of that. So I'm changing my ways. In the last couple of episodes, I've tried to vary my scores a little more. But
a culprit? You're a mob boss at giving 6s. Like,
and the ringleader,
you're just trying to say, I'm a downstream criminal giving 6s. No, you're the mob boss. You ordered the hit, Anita. God damn. She gave out one score below a 5 the entire year, guys.
I'm generous.
You also gave... No, you're not generous. You gave 3 8s throughout the year.
I am moderate.
Bro, I gave 3 9s throughout the year.
So everything but 4 songs got a 5, 6, or 7 from Anita, right?
I will change. That's my resolution for next year.
Here's my question,
the graph
Warren.
will not look like this.
Okay, number one, so we're biased to give songs good because, like, at the end of the day, people vote on the songs that are typically
right.
Okay, number one, people are biased. They vote for the songs that want to be covered, so it's normally their favorites, right?
Yeah.
And then additionally, like most songs, you're like, okay, you know what I mean? Where do you want this average to shift towards, Warren? This 6.3-ish average. Where do you want us to move it?
I don't think I have a problem with the average. Like, I think I agree with you. Like, on paper, we cover songs that are coming from K-pop, which is a heavily industrialized form of pop music. We cover songs based on what we think is popular, what we think resonates with our listeners, based on the votes we see in the Discord, based on what we feel like is popular out there. And typically the way this works, quality and popularity, I'm not going to say there's a causation, but that there is a bit of a correlation there, right? So I think it's impossible
an association
to, right, there's an association. Yeah. So I don't think we are ever going to see an average of 5 or below. I think that would be a bit of a flag in terms of maybe us, the industry. I don't know.
Industry quality, yeah.
Yeah. So I do think it's good to keep the mean above 6-ish. But personally, what I've been doing is I've been trying to utilize the full range a little bit more. And that's why I think my graph is a little flatter, where the peak is lower, but it spreads out wider, left and right. I gave out the most 4s and 3s.
I need to, number one, give out more 5s when I think a song's just aight.
Me
that's
too.
Personally. And then if it's song's aight and it's a little worse, then I gotta give more 4s, because I only gave 9 of them, to be honest. I'm pretty good at the high end though, but like I feel like I've always said 9s are like song of the year candidates, so me having 3, I think that's okay. I think my 8s are okay. I just gotta work on my 6s. I want to spread that out towards the back end more, I think.
Okay, so clearly we gave out some, I think the takeaway here is that we gave out some shitty scores throughout the year. So the segment today is going to be called Upon Further Review 2025. We're going to upon further review. I'm giving you guys, we're going to do 2 things. We're going to do 2 chances to revise a previous rating you gave on the show, right? So let's say, what song did we cover last week? We covered I'm Home by EXO last week. Doug gave it a 5. Anita gave it a 6. I gave it a 6. Let's say I changed my mind. I'm like, you know what? I want to give it a 2 now. I hate the fucking song. Now is your opportunity once a year. After we do that, we're going to each also bring 1 song that we covered throughout the year, or maybe it's a song that came out this year and we didn't cover, and vote on super passing it straight into Hollow Spice.
Damn.
Does that kind of make sense? So,
yes.
Here are the 6 songs that people have brought to the table today. Do we want to start with Doug's?
3 of us.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Doug, tell us your first song. What are we?
The first song I chose is CBZ 청바지 Prime Time by 17BSS. Back on episode 311, I gave it a 6. I thought it was a good song. In December of 2025, I rather give it a 3.
How did I know that it was gonna go down?
That's
okay,
like half.
Okay. Hey, happy holidays, everyone. That's the good part. Let me give you some coal real quick, guys.
Okay.
Fundamentally, not a good song. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Like,
it was not
Fighting in 2023 was so good, right?
It was.
It was one of the songs of the year. It was amazing. They brought the unit back, and I was so excited for the unit. And I think my copium alone brought me to a 6. But upon further review, since we reviewed that song on the podcast, I cannot listen to that song. I think it's poo-poo ass.
Damn.
I think the problem is Fighting was good, and with this subunit, we go out there. We do weird, funky stuff. With this CBZ, I think we went too far. We got country randomly.
Yeah.
And I just think it didn't work too well as a whole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Anita, I know you liked the song when it came out. Like, I recall I was in the minority for not liking the song.
To me, I think the comparison was always going to be Fighting, right, for this unit. And I feel like that was such a hit that I thought it was pretty good, but not to that standard of the first song, Fighting. And I think, I actually don't recall what I gave it, but...
You gave it a 6 as well.
I gave it a 6 as well. Okay.
Warren gave it a 2.
I'm still around that, but I definitely have not listened to it as much.
You still think it's a good song? Like, you think this is an above average song?
Okay, I might go down to a 5. It wasn't on my mind as much, but maybe like I think it's average.
Okay.
Here's the thing. I also weigh my ratings a lot. Like, I do factor in expectations, and I would say the reason why I feel like giving a 3 to this is like, I have like big expectations, and I just don't think they delivered.
That too, yeah.
Okay, I have my notes pulled up from episode 311, and I'm gonna just read them directly. I wrote, "To me, this is the K-pop equivalent of corporate Memphis meets virtue signaling. Its soulless production had me lost at the first 15 seconds. The complete reliance of the track on a meme that's been played out as a joke does not come off as well." I think if I look back on CBZ, I thought the lyrics were pretty cringy. And I know a part of it was like being campy and whatnot. And I know they're very self-aware of that. But I think it did not come off as genuine, nor did I think it was funny. It was pretty late to the joke. Like, it was a joke that people, the lyrical content was playing around this, fun, 건배 청바지, like it's like
황출의 발이 지금.
Yeah. And like that was funny. Like maybe like 5-6 years ago. So like I think it kind of failed on like multiple fronts. The production was kind of off. It didn't flow well. I don't know. I've been called out for like not liking campy music in the past, but this one in particular, just I don't look positively back on. But I mean I do hope they come back, because I know they still brought a good positive energy home when they did Hiding. So
here's my other take. Like, I just feel like this transitional period for 17 into the military era, which I would assume that most people can admit that they're in now. You know what I mean?
yeah.
The transition's been a little rough, in my opinion. Like, there were a lot of random unit songs came out. The only main song that came out this year was Thunder, the clubby song.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I honestly feel like this musical break, we kind of need a reset, I think, a little bit.
I mean,
To be completely honest.
I
love me some 17. I love me some 17.
I don't think they're doing a particularly a bad job though. Like, you don't have key members. Yeah, like of course things are gonna slow down a little bit.
No, I'm just saying, like, it's a good time to reframe this.
Regroup.
That's fair.
That's fair. Regroup this shit.
Cool. Do we want
Hey,
to
shout out to them in the military. Okay. My other song that I want to regrade was in episode 327. Dude, you could join me on this one, because I could see you're on the screen.
Yeah.
Your revision is done as well.
I also have this.
We both gave it a 3, which is a skip, which is one of our like lowest. Like, one of the, I think Anita is her lowest. For me, I think it's my second lowest that I gave out all year. I gave it a 3. I am revising to a 7.
Whoa!
Ooh.
Oh my god!
Whoa!
I would recommend people listen to this.
Wow.
Anita, what are you revising to?
Oh.
Anita,
Mine is
you also
very...
gave it a 3.
Okay.
What are you revising
Can I preface this? I had a hard time with this assignment because I realized that I kind of stand by the scores that I give. Like, I didn't change a lot, but
Yeah.
I feel like based on our grading, our scale, I wouldn't skip Gnarly. That's what a 3 is, right? I wouldn't skip it.
Okay.
But I still find it underwhelming, so I gave it a 4.
Anita, I thought this whole assignment we were supposed to make big jumps.
I know, I wanted to, but I feel like I really
Oh
listened to
my
Gnarly
God,
quite a
Anita.
bit. I was like, I wanted to have a revelation like you did, Doug. I really did. But I listened to it a lot, and I felt
I'm
like...
just shocked that we had 158 songs and you couldn't pick a song that had a bigger gap than a 1 to change.
No, I kind of stand by what I give out.
God damn,
Bruh.
that's impressive. That's impressive.
Okay.
But it went up. Gnarly went up for me because I do feel, even though I find it underwhelming, I do feel like the parts that I like more now than I did before. It's just the verses for me that I feel like, dang, if we had really just pulled that up together a bit more.
For context, back when we recorded episode 327, Doug gave it a 3. Anita gave it
I'm
a 3.
7. I would recommend this shit to people. It's interesting.
Warren, myself, I gave it a 1. The Nation gave it a 2.83, which, if I recall correctly, that is the lowest
Ever.
score.
It's the lowest ever.
Yeah.
And then the average came down to 2.46. If Doug gives it a 7 and then Anita gives it a 4, I am standing by my 1. Maybe I'll tick it up to
damn.
you know what? I'll
Exactly.
tick it up to a 2.
That's fine.
You know?
Oh,
What's the
your
average?
number.
It gets to 3.96. It's not. That's a pretty big jump, you know. It's a pretty.
I'm willing to bet if we repolled the Nation on gnarly, it's higher now. I'd be willing to bet.
Okay.
Let us know.
I did. Before we recorded
did?
this, I did ask the Nation, and we'll talk about that in a second. I asked them what song they want to regrade. Gnarly was a song people mentioned, so we'll get to that in 1 second. This is I will admit, like, this song did grow on me. Like, it is a song I stopped like being annoyed by every time I heard it on TikTok, because like I heard it so much. And like, more than anything, I thought the members, the way they handled this was, I don't know, like, there was a lot of debate, there was a lot of discourse, and
The way they handled the initial feedback has been very commendable.
I was very impressed. Like, as a media personality and as an artist and a musician, I thought it was really, they handled it really, really well. On the flip side, I also do think the more I got to know these members through like TikTok clips or whatever. Also, by the way, if you hear my laundry machine go on in the background, I'm literally just doing laundry to like go on my trip next week. So that's what that is. So don't be alarmed if you hear the la 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 noises. Anyways, going back to Cat's Eye. The more I got to see these members on TikTok or like whatever, and I see them, you know, doing their live streams and people post those on social media, I felt like I don't know if music like Gnarly best represents who they are as artists and people, you know what I mean? Like, and they followed Gnarly up eventually with this unreleased Internet Girl track. Da, 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 da,
Right.
I'm the Internet Girl. Eat zucchini. You know that song? And like,
I've heard of it.
I mean,
Yeah.
gnarly clearly doesn't represent them either, because when people asked what it's about, the only real reference we got was the person who made it talking about it.
yeah. And like, I'm not expecting like, yes, K-pop is a pop industry medium where, you know, there are multiple people involved, and like, there isn't going to be a one-on-one reflection of the artist in the song, but there has definitely been better, is what I'll say. And in this group in particular, I feel like tracks like Gabriella, for example, does a way better job of like creating a song and mood that matches the personality of the members, and I thought that was really cool. Gnarly, I don't know, I've complained about the whole song like way too many times at this point to like go over how I feel about it
Making
again.
beats. Sorry. Go to the second song, Anita.
What's your second song?
My second song, I felt a little, I don't know if this is controversial, but this is a song that we had in our Hall of Spice.
It doesn't deserve to be.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
It's Kiss of Life's Lips, Hips, Kiss. We covered it in episode 303.
Oh, no, that might be a typo.
330, I believe.
330. There we go. Fixed it.
330.
Post live stream too, by the way. We covered it post live stream.
Yeah.
Post, right. And at the time, I gave it a 7 because it's R&B. I think it fit the vocal tones of the members, like the production. Pretty good. But looking back at it now, and every time we do our Hall of Spice list recount, I see it, and I know that I have not gone back to this song as
Me
much as
too.
the others.
Me too.
And I mean, granted, like I mentioned already, I didn't make huge changes, but I don't know if I would recommend this. I think I'm gonna give it a 6.
Oh my god, Anita,
that's-
these one. You know,
Wow.
that's enough to knock it out of Hall of Spice, by the way.
Is it?
It is. Yeah.
And if that's how it
Oh,
goes,
man.
I'm okay with that.
No, we behind the scenes we said only songs that enter will get entry, but we wouldn't remove songs, so it's still in there. You have to live
Yeah,
with it,
but
guys.
that's how I feel about it now, and I
To be
think
fair,
Doug mentioned
I would
that
downgrade
as well.
from 8 to a 6 as well. So
Oh,
that's
really?
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know. I am with you in the fact that I don't listen to the song that actively. I'm like, I didn't really search out for the song too often after we recorded the song. However, the few times I did hear this like randomly come up on like playlists and whatnot, I didn't. I still liked it. I still thought it was a really well made.
Yeah, you
R&B
wouldn't
track.
skip it.
Yeah, and
It's above
the groove is there. The talent is still
the
there. Like, do we think
Did
they
you give it an
handled-
8? You gave it an 8.
I gave it an 8.
What do you think?
I
Yeah.
think maybe like I don't know, somewhere between a 7 and an 8. Like it's been, like admittedly I haven't heard the song in a while either, but when I do, I'm still really excited about how much I like the song. You know what I mean? It's still a good song.
Okay.
And I don't think I need to be listening to it all the time in order for me to give it a high rating. Like one of my top albums of all time, I rarely ever listen to. I don't know if that's a hot take, but I don't know. I still think it deserves a pretty good score. Not that the entire context and situation around it, like don't get me wrong, not something I am particularly pleased about.
Right.
But at the same time, I did get the impression that people were downplaying the song a little bit because of what happened.
Oh.
And-
I agree with that. I agree with that.
And like
Yeah.
because of that, it comes off as disingenuine. And I do think that is a very valid reason to like turn down a song and say you don't like it. Like if you are not sold on the artists and what they're doing and their vision and how they're presenting themselves, and like yeah, the song could be really well produced, the songwriting could be great, the members could perform really well, but if that's not coming off, like that's just not a good song for you. That's what it is. And I do think that's what happened with the discourse around this song. And I do think because of that, it's kind of unfortunate for the song just in general.
Here's something I do though.
Yeah.
If I'm biased towards the group or biased, like let's say I'm biased towards the group or against the group, I'm willing to bump a song because I'm biased towards the group, but I would never bump a song because I'm biased against them. That's personally how I do it.
What
I
do you
think
mean?
that's
Like
fair.
give an example.
Like if I don't like Kiss of Life because of their live stream, I would either excuse myself from voting or give what I would just give the song if it wasn't from Kiss of Life.
I think that's very fair.
If I'm biased because I like Kiss of Life, sure, I could give it a little bit of a bump. You know what I mean? But on a personal level, I don't let my biases let me bump things down because I don't think that's fair.
I see what you mean. Like you will let things bias you positively, but not negatively.
Not negatively
Okay.
on my ratings. That's
I think
because
that's
I
a
assume
little more healthy.
like,
than the
I don't know. It's probably not right, but I assume that when people score these, they're trying, like, people put their biases in, but I would assume that over 30, 40, 50 people voting, a lot of the bias gets taken out, you know?
Yeah.
So, statistically, so.
Yeah. I don't know. I was thinking less about our votes and like more so about like the comments on TikTok or Reddit that were just like, "Oh, this is a terrible
The
song."
overall reception.
Right.
Yeah.
And like objectively, it's a good song. It's just
Yeah.
yeah.
I think so.
Yeah,
That's why it's a 6.
It's just I understand why people say that as well. It's like I'm
Yeah.
getting the full picture as well.
Before we go to Warren's, can I mention one other song that I was almost going to put on my
Yes.
list, but I didn't?
Yeah.
Yeah.
F Girl by Baby Don't Cry. Now that we've gotten the
Oh.
second track and it's decent,
Yeah.
the A B C D E F girl, bro, I would demote the shit out of that song if I could. Like, it's like a
Really?
3. It's like a
Damn.
3.
Wow.
I don't listen to that song. Like in my house, we ain't listening to that. It ain't happening.
Baby Don't
What did you
Cry.
give it?
F Girl.
I gave it a 5, but I would go down to a 3.
I didn't hate it. I know the nation didn't like it. Looks like they gave it a 4.52. Anita gave it a 6.
Only thing I
gave it a
like from that song is that Kumi girl announced who she was twice for some reason. That was
Kumi
interesting.
da yo. That's
Yeah,
tough.
and they didn't do it the second song, so I don't get it. That was like the best part of the first song. All right, keep going. Warren. What scores would you change?
All right, I got 2. I intentionally did not choose Gnarly because I know somebody else will go to Gnarly. I did expect it to be both of you guys, but anyways, I'm gonna start with Countdown by Tuas, episode 325. I sat down. I don't know. Maybe I was in a hateful mood that day. Maybe I was being a Debbie Downer. I gave it a 3, which is crazy.
Yeah, I remember why too. I was surprised.
Looks like you guys gave it a 6. Both of you guys gave it a 6. Nation gave it a 5.87. And then I brought the overall score down to 5.22.
If I remember, your argument was it sounds like all the other songs. I'm gonna give it a bad score. Essentially, was what your argument was.
The updated score I'm gonna give is a 5.
Fair. Okay. See,
yeah, you're with us now.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I was in a bad mood or something. Okay.
I remember when you gave out that score. I was thinking in my head, she's being a little biased against this group. Like he does, like that's like if I said like in my head, I was thinking like maybe he should score the songs based on the song itself and not every other song they have.
Here's the thing. No. I mean, okay. I will stand by my comment that I'm not going to ignore the context that a song releases itself in. Like,
okay.
I am consuming I'm consuming Countdown because I have committed to Plot Twist, FIMS, and Last Festival that came before it. I still think Last Festival did an incredibly great job of like expanding their horizons and the palette of, I like
that one.
And the kind of music they do. And Plot Twist and FMS, those two songs were really, really well done. They were just really good songs. A lot of what Countdown delivered not only felt like a recycle of those two things, it still felt like a step down in terms of like performances, production. It's in my head. It's just why? Like why? What drives me to listen to this song now that we've done the same thing 3 times and it's just not as good? Now, what I ended up doing is I put all my 3s into a single playlist and then compared it with the other 3s. For example, Bubblegum by Kepler was on it. I am sorry to all my Kepler fans.
Pop that bottle of bubblegum. Pop that bottle of bubblegum. Pow.
I have to admit, like, context aside, it is still a formula that works. They just decided to do it again. And I don't know, maybe I was kind of...
You were in a mood, dude.
I was looking too deep.
You just were not zen that week. So go on to the next song.
I mean, do you guys still stand by the numbers you gave? Like, you guys both gave it a 6.
do.
I like that sound.
I think it's good. But I agree. I think this is maybe one too many times we've used the same kind of structure.
It's not that.
Yeah.
It's not that.
I agree with that. Yeah.
We were not able to cover Overdrive a couple of months ago. That was their latest track that came out after
Or was
Countdown.
it? Yes.
It was in October. I don't know what that sounds like, so I'll need to check that out at some point. I'm the discography now. That's all I was gonna say. All right. Well, I guess if you guys stand by your 6s, I'm gonna move on to my next one, which is Zen by Jenny. It was the beginning of a new year. I recall. I gave it a 9.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna really. I was like, I'm gonna really utilize my full range, like 1 to 10. Yeah, like that's me. Gonna be the great podcaster I am. Just do everything. In hindsight, I still like the song. I still think it's great, but I think it should be a 7 instead of a 9. Like, it's still good. It's still really well written. But
that's what we gave it. Anita and I both gave it a 7.
Did you guys give it a 7?
Down.
Yep.
Yeah, 7.
It did not get a Hall of Spice because the Nation gave it a 5.89.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's quite a low score.
I mean,
it's good. It's just not as like the way you were talking about it then, Warren. You were like, this is a new paradigm in music. Like this is the beginning of an era. Yeah, you were really down for this song.
Production-wise, I remember the music video very well. I think it was super high quality, like really great stuff. And it really set the tone, right? Because I think it was one of the first ones she released for her solo projects. So yes, it was good. I wouldn't give it a 9, but you liked it.
I think a big part of why Zen really worked for me at the time was like the lyrics and like how that played into the visuals and like the image portraying. Right. But in hindsight, acoustically, I don't think all of the rap works. Like it's good. Don't get me wrong. I still think it's a 7-worthy song. 9-worthy rap? I don't know. Like Jenny's good, but like maybe I was playing a little too much into it. I will admit, like her album overall has been one of my favorite albums of the year in general. Like the whole Ruby album, and I do think Zen is definitely one of the stronger tracks on the album.
Yeah.
But I don't know, a 9. I don't know. I also gave Love Hangover an 8. I don't know if I would give it an 8 now. Like,
I really like that
Six.
one. Other than Dominic Fike's rap.
That's
part.
kind of why.
That-
That's why. It was legitimately. All right. I think that was the 6 songs we had. Is there any
Yep.
other songs you guys want to mention? Last call, last chance.
No, I don't think I had any huge changes.
Yeah.
Anita, you didn't even include any huge changes.
Exactly. I will say, I mean, Golden, because it was one of the most talked
Oh
about
yeah.
songs.
Oh, yeah.
I gave it a 7.
Damn.
I think it's an 8. It's an 8. Yeah.
Okay, cool. That makes sense. I mean, it's already in the Hall of Spice.
Yeah.
Yeah. It
You're
was
just
a
late to the
huge
party,
change.
man.
I was.
I don't know. I might actually demote it to a 7 if I would redo Golden.
Golden?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like
You're switching?
I still think it's a good song. I just don't really find myself listening to it too often. Like I have skipped the song when it comes on. Like
Because you've heard
Really?
it 50,000 times by now.
I guess, but like songs
was the
I
opposite
like,
for me.
I won't skip.
You know what's the craziest thing? If Anita doesn't change her score, but Warren did, it doesn't make Hall of Spice. It gets a 7.29. Yeah.
Oh, that's close. That is
So good thing
close.
Warren didn't include it this week. Damn, that's interesting.
Nice.
Yeah, be grateful. I mean, I still think it's a good song, but like I was too emotionally involved with the movie. It is what it is. All right. I did mention earlier. I sat down with the nation. I was like, guys, tell me,
Oh, yeah.
what songs would you guys change? Like, what songs have you changed your opinion about, or would you change your rating about? All right, Doug wants to take a bathroom break. He could have said that on cam. I don't know. We're gonna take a quick break. 3, 2, 1.
Hello, SojuTalk Nation. This is Anita here with a quick PSA. If you would like to support SojuTalk Kpop Podcast, please like, subscribe, or follow us on whatever platform you're using. And consider joining our Patreon at patreon.com/SojuTalk or donating to us at paypal.me/SojuTalk. On behalf of the crew and myself, thank you. Now back to our regularly scheduled episode.
I peed and I'm back.
I just told people you're going to the restroom. I didn't tell me you're peeing.
Whatever. What else? There's only 2 options.
Same thing.
Come on, dude. What are you doing? All right, keep going.
Okay. Where were we? We sat down with the nation. I was like, okay, imagine what would you what have you changed your mind on? A couple of people on the Discord gave us their revisions. Arthur Bhatti said about Like Jenny. She said, I gave Like Jenny a 3 when it came out. It's more
God
like a
damn.
5 now for me. It played so much everywhere, aka my wife loved. I think I said she earlier. I am so sorry. He. I started to like it a bit more. Also, the rap after the first chorus is nice, and I started enjoying the beat, which annoyed me at first.
Oh, okay.
I mean, the beat's good. Like Jenny's beat is
Yeah, I
fire.
really like the beat.
Yeah. 3 is low for Like Jenny. Man.
No, 5 is low.
I mean, but it's an improvement, I think.
I mean, it's an
overall.
improvement, but by giving it a straight 5, you're basically saying, yeah, half the songs I listen to are better than this one.
I do
Right.
think no. Back when Like Jenny was dropping, like I remember earlier in the year, a lot of the pop listeners coming from outside the K-pop sphere were very much like, this girl is obsessed with her name, and just she will keep saying her name.
Lyric wise.
Yeah, and people were really annoyed about that. And like I was like, okay, I kind of see that. We think she's a diva. They might not. You know what I mean? So maybe that's what it is. I'm glad he came around on that a little bit.
Well, we're not completely
Yeah.
sure they're a he either. They.
They.
We're glad they came
They.
around to this song. Overall, though, I think here's the thing. It's a song of the year candidate for me. If a certain animated show song and maybe a couple of songs didn't exist, This was on the short list, honestly.
Yeah.
This
big.
was originally my song of the year for a while.
Yeah.
Until like a couple other songs came out, like for like at least like the first half of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are, like Jenny, votes in the Song of the Year ballot. I will say that.
Which is not crazy.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on. Anita, can you read the second revision on the right side, please?
Yes, it's coming from Laneige. They say "Go" by Cordes went from a 6.7 to a 9.10 only recently. It's so addictive. I keep replaying the song.
Man,
I see that. I agree.
I love Cordes. The one song I don't like is the
good
one
song.
song we covered on the show. Go is great. Go is great.
Yeah, unfortunately, we didn't get to cover it.
Oh.
Go is the best song we didn't cover this year. Just saying.
Okay, I will be honest. I'm more of a team fashion person or a team go.
I like that one too.
Okay,
That was really
fashion's
good.
too. I like fashion.
Like, I don't think I would have given go 8. I would have given it like a 7.
Let's put it this way. Even though we've barely covered Cordes on the podcast, it's instantly become a must cover whenever they release more content. Just
Yeah.
letting everyone know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of those, like, even if people don't vote for it, we're gonna cover it. Just like there's certain groups that are at that level. They've become that, in my opinion. Very quickly.
I think in
All right.
hindsight, like, it has been pretty refreshing to see this kind of sound really pop off in K-pop. Like, I do remember the discussions around Go and fashion when it first originally dropped was very negative. Like, people were turned off by the autotune, people were turned off about the beat. But I don't know. Fact of the matter is, it's just a combination that works. And they do a really good job of pulling it off. These guys who are rapping here, like the stylistic usage of autotune, dude, I was impressed. Like, yes, they're clearly
stuff.
influenced by Don Toliver, Sick K, Travis, all these people. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying they're the most unique in that aspect, but it still takes a lot of effort to take a lot of those stylistic elements and transfer it over into a K-pop context and do it while dancing and whatnot. Go, I think, did a lot of making sure that translation was like kept intact while that's happening. So I thought that was really cool. Fashion does an even better job, is what I'll argue, and that's why I would say it's an 8. But hey,
Let's wrap up the Cordes talk. We don't need. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Although they're probably the number one artist we didn't cover enough this year. I would give that, if we could give that an award for some reason.
dude, we have plenty of time. No rush. We're good. The next song is Kate Kazu's revision. Doug, do you want to try reading that one?
Hey, it's not fully on the screen for me.
Don't worry, I'll scroll.
The Chase by Hearts to Hearts, I was underwhelmed at first on my first rating. I think I gave it a 5. I thought it was a weak debut and wasn't catchy or memorable for the first few weeks after release. I eventually bumped it up to a low 7 and thought it wouldn't stick with me, but was able to appreciate it more than before. Now fast forward to the end of the year and it's my number one most listened to song. I love the bass, the chill energy, the changes as the song goes on, the melody, the background vocals, the rhythm, the angelic soft vocals, the harmonies, all of it. I would give a solid, confident 9 to. That's a lot to say about a song. God damn, like that's more than I think about like some of my family members in a year. God damn. God damn.
Sorry, you do a weekly show on K-pop music, Douglas? What are you?
Damn, that's a very intricate analysis.
It's chill energy, melody, background vocals, the rhythm, the angelic soft
The chase.
vocals, harmonies.
I mean, the two of you didn't like the Chase all that much when it came out. I was the one who was like, this drop is crazy, you know?
What did I give it? I forget. Let's look this up. This is what are they called?
I think I grew to like it more.
Give it the Chase. Doug gave it a 6. Anita gave it a 7. I gave it a 6.
Wait, what?
Hey.
I swear I gave a higher score. I swear.
I was in this.
Swear. Well, I'm in that boat then I would give it a higher score. Maybe a 7.
I would also like definitely rebump this up to a 7 if I could. 8 would be a bit of a stretch for me. 9, I don't know, man, but like
I mean, their songs have been good so far, for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Dude,
I think they're a heavy candidate for Rookie of the Year. Focus is really good.
Focus is so banging. It's so good.
They've gone viral on TikTok too, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
See them everywhere.
The stuff in between I wasn't too excited about, but like The Chase, like it was one of those songs where like the more I listened to it, the more I realized that I'm not gonna get sick of this. The more I listen to it, like it's chill, it's low key, and it's not too strong of a song. And I think that does, in hindsight, it does a lot to like keep the song relevant over a longer period of time. And I think that's why it works as a grower and as a debut song. I don't think that's a terrible tactic, especially if you're very confident about being able to follow it up with like a lot of strong reviews. So
I will say this though. I feel like some of the discussion at the time might have been that this song as a debut was not like the best because it didn't have like a huge, like it didn't make a huge splash or anything like unconventional. Like it was quite chill compared to.
I thought the chorus was very unconventional when it came out.
it was a bit of an anti-drop with like 808, yeah.
For an SM girl group, I thought it was a big surprise.
I guess maybe for SM, but I guess in the scope of like the whole music genre and like all the other rookies and what they were releasing, I guess I thought maybe they didn't stand out like super well. But looking at it now, I feel like it's a high quality song. I like it. It's chill. It grows on you.
I think if you talk about Her Source for a second, I think with Hearts to Hearts, I am excited about their next year. I am not 100% confident that I'm going to like all of their releases because they've had some hits. I feel like they've had some misses. But the potential I see here and SM's quality of releases they've put out over the years, I don't know. I'm pretty excited. Like, I'm not the most confident, but I'm still excited. You know what I mean? Like I do want to distinguish that, and I think
I liked all of the actual title tracks personally. I thought Style was good too.
That was really good.
You gave it a 7.
Almost maybe.
I give 7s and 8s other than The Chase, which I would give a 7. You know, I don't think there's many groups who would get 4 over 7s in a year.
I've only given 7s. I'm actually really liking
She's a big Hearts to Hearts fan as well.
I am.
I guess I'm just a Focus fan. This is what that is. I gave it an 8.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah. All right, let's move on.
Next one.
I'll read the next comment. This is from Koro Sensei. They said they wrote a comment about Hands Up by Meow. Meow's Hands Up, I bumped it up from a 6 to a 7, which is the toughest hurdle on the scoring chart for me, and I'm guessing the others too, since 6 is such a popular score. As it changes a song from being just another good K-pop song in the void to one I'm actively seeking out. Despite K-pop trying its best to run it into the ground, I realize I'm still a sucker for Jersey Club usage if it doesn't feel gimmicky, and that driving rhythm kept the song in my head more than I thought it would. It also changed how I felt about Meow in general, and now I'm keeping an eye out on them out of these new groups.
Scroll down a little. We can't see the bottom half.
Yeah.
I liked this song when it came out, and I thought that Drop Top was bad relative to this one. I remember thinking that a lot. Where are my scores here? Yeah, see? Look at that. 4 and a 7. You know? That's one of my rare 4s for Drop Top. You guys don't like Meow, it seems.
Hey, Burning Up was actually, I enjoyed more.
I think Burning Up gets carried by the cool choreo a lot, though, in the music video.
Oh, no, I really like the chorus.
I think, I don't remember what I gave Meow Meow, but I think their debut track, I gave it probably a 6 or a 7, if I recall correctly. Something about, I don't know. I'm gonna disagree with Corey here. I do feel like I understand what he's saying, but I didn't feel like the Jersey was like particularly well integrated, and I still feel like it's one of those songs where like they just threw on the Jersey rhythm just because it's kind of popular and just because it kind of fits the tempo, and instead they have a pop rhythm sitting on top of it. But then again, I haven't heard Hands Up in a while. It's definitely not a group I'm actively seeking out these days. I do have my eye on them, though. I do.
Do you want to know what you gave Meow Meow?
Yeah, what's up?
You gave it no score because the scoring system wasn't out for 2 more weeks.
Oh, did I?
I was no scoring system. Nemo
But you would have given it. You would have given it.
Nemo with Yeno
so?
2 weeks later was the first time we ever scored.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Let me. Okay. So, for full transparency, like I've been doing scores by myself.
Oh yeah, you do have internal scoring.
I've been doing internal scoring since episode 219. So, I'm gonna look this up.
What was it in your internal score?
It probably should be. Like for example, like it looks like I gave Supersonic by Fromis 9 a 7. I cannot. It's not coming up in my search results for some reason.
That's okay.
Yeah, whatever. I'm glad he's liking it though. 6 to 7 is not a huge bump, but it's still a bump.
You know how Meow sounds kind of distinctly Teddy-y at times?
Yeah.
Do you think they're gonna escape that or not really? I kind of don't think they will.
I don't
They're
think
kind
they
of
will.
like
That's
their
their
flagship girl group. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
That's their thing, dude. Yeah. Why would they?
I think
For better or for
I
worse.
find myself liking the kids in the group as talents more than the music they release with Meow. Like I think Narin's really good. I like Ella. I think Ana Tanaka's like a top visual of the era as well. You know,
Of the era.
let's be honest here. I like what they have a lot. I think Gawon's really good too, but it's just like they're so black label-y at times that I think it off-puts some people. But that's something you just same thing with All Day Project though. You know, people are just naturally
Yeah.
biased against Teddy.
Do we want
products.
to talk about All Day Project real quick? Because Koala left a comment.
Somebody had a comment.
Anita, do you want to read this one?
Yes, Treasure Koala mentions, I think I rated ADP's Famous a 5 at first. Now it's more 7.5. I watched some performances because of the Bailey dance background, and that definitely enhanced the listening experience. Okay, so this is bumping it up. And I guess I kind of have that general sense too. I feel like I had my expectations with All Day Project and the debut. And now I feel like I see where it's going. I see the vision for the group, for their sound. And let's see, it looks like I gave it a 6 for Famous. And then what is it?
Doug gave
Well,
it a
yeah,
6.
it hasn't really-
I gave it a 7.
6. You get a 7.
The Nation
okay.
gave it a 6.24.
Yeah, so I feel like it's not. I think there's a lot of expectations with this group because of the people. Like, they're very well known. Whether you're somebody who knows Bailey because of choreography and dance background, but I don't know. I think, like Doug mentioned, the music, it has this particular sound, and they're sticking to it.
It's
and
not
either
just
you like
that,
it or
though.
you don't.
There's a certain member of this group people just aren't gonna like. You know.
Oh, that too. That
Eight?
too.
No,
I-
2
I-
members.
Controversies.
I honestly, I'm curious where this goes because like there's a subsection of Western fans who like it could come out in the news that Tarzan has been like working with the Salvation Army and has been working with like all of these charities for like a decade, and people will still hate him. People feels like that at this point a little bit to me. I completely understand where people are coming from with that, but like I think for some people it's unredeemable already, which is an interesting spot to be in considering this is their first year. And like you might not like Tarzan, but like Priya has fully embraced him. In fact, he got announced today as a part of Not PD's new Netflix show that's gonna come out next year.
Wow.
Like he's in the cast
Wow.
with like Card Garden, who's very popular at the moment, Dawn from Day 6, and I think an actor as well. And it's really going back to like Nayeon Suk. He said the whole premise of the show is struggle, so it's gonna be a mess. You know what I mean?
Struggle.
Yeah, like it's gonna be rough. They said, but like,
Okay.
like so people are very. What I'm saying is people in the West are very like hit or miss with Tarzan, but like it's interesting to see that play out because regardless of what you think of how Korea deals with cultural appropriation, or whatever, they fully embraced him. You know what I mean?
On screen right now,
I
I
don't
have
know.
pulled up the Melon chart, which is one of the metrics I think for understanding how the general public is listening to music. One More Time is sitting at number 2 right now on the chart.
Okay, I can see why.
Yeah.
I think it's catchy.
It's-
I think that has been the song that I've enjoyed the most from them.
Really?
I think so.
I feel like of the 4 tracks we got, I feel the most strongly about Famous. For some reason, somebody's rap has been depreciating ever since this came out. Yeah, I don't know. I guess Bailey was still good. Youngso was still good. I wasn't really annoyed by Annie on this track either. I don't know. The conversation in Korea is a little different. Over there, they're focused on a different member, I think, in terms of who they're comfortable with. A particular heiress to a large... She
gets micro-analyzed about everything she does. It's insane. You know?
Yeah.
Like, crazy. I don't know. They got. Here's at the end of the day, they have a lot of detractors. They got a lot of fans. People are talking about this group, whether you like them or not, in either direction. And I think that's a trend that's going to remain for the entirety of this group.
Yeah, I don't think...
Very polarizing as a whole.
Here's the thing. We all know who Jay Park is. Like,
yeah.
We're all aware of some of the dumb shit he does. But we're also very well aware that there is still very much a listenership for him. Like, he's one of those people that people like to shit on, but people still buy his tickets. People still listen to his music. I'm sure they don't overlap. I'm not saying it's the same people doing that, but like the audience is still there is what I'm saying. I see that kind of continuing. I see that kind of happening with All Day Project as well, where like I think the market's still going to be there. People are still going to have their eyes on it. Yes, Bailey's there. Yes, Youngso's there. Yes, Cho Chan's there, and people like those kids. So I think people are still interested. I am interested. What I'm interested in is whether this turns into some sort of industry trend where we see less of a group that feels cohesively like one entity and more like a collection of cool individuals, if that makes any sense.
You feel like that already? Because I don't at all.
I'm not saying the trend is happening. No, I'm not saying the trend is happening. I'm curious if it will, is what I'm saying.
No, but but by saying you're wondering if the trend's gonna happen, you think that they already feel like a bunch of just cool individuals, like a unit.
I'm not saying that's what I feel like it is. That's the image they're pushing, right?
Not in their side content though. That's the thing.
But isn't that literally what they said, Teddy?
I know that's what they're saying, but that's not how it comes off in like the actual. Like if you go deeper than just the music, it does not feel like that at all.
Okay, I mean, I think when I listen to the music, see them on the music videos and whatnot, right now it doesn't feel like a particularly cohesive single entity. Like Islet feels like a single entity. New Jeans felt like a single entity. All the project feels more like an Avengers. Where like
a project.
Right, like a project. It feels more like a posse track where they pulled in 5 cool rappers and, it's like, Forever by Drake, where they pulled in Eminem and Lil Wayne and Kanye and, that kind of thing. I'm not saying Tarzan's is Kanye. This is not what I'm saying. This is like, that was the intention of what Black Label tried. Was the impression I got, but Doug clearly, I don't know. What do you have to say on that, I guess?
Oh no, I'm saying that might be the image the company is pushing musically and image wise, but behind the scenes, like the shit they're saying is not like that at all. Like
what
they're all kumbaya and Tarzan, like we gonna change the world as together, like shit like that. He's
more
like
team.
He said the first time he met Annie, he says let's change the world. Like you don't. Like, that's the type of shit that they're saying behind the scenes.
I'd say he had changed he's left an impact already.
Yeah, so that's why I agree with you. It's interesting that they promote that musical image and the way they build the song, but behind the scenes they're all like, yeah, like Bailey's gonna teach us to dance better and we're gonna be great. Like they're like very like. We need each other type thing,
I mean, I like that positive. I like that positivity in the room. We always need that.
And it's interesting the dynamic because girls, guys, in co-ed group, you're always like, I wonder how this dynamic is because Card has a very like older brother, younger sister vibe sometimes with BM and the girls, things like that, right? Where he's like teasing them or whatever. But All Day Project has its own built-in things like that, but like it feels more family-like than you would think, is what I'll say.
Interesting.
At the end of the day.
Okay.
Sibling-like.
Yeah, like every time they're in a new country, Tarzan and Bailey go to theme parks together, things like that.
Wow.
There's vlogs of it all over the place. Or they have a cheese tasting as a group. They do shit like that. Weird.
Interesting.
I don't know. Maybe I'm too jaded. This feels like a corporate social event that happens after 5:30 p.m. Not like a Thursday night. Which does. I'm not saying that's not effective. That is effective, and it does a lot. But I don't know. We'll see how this pans out. Is what I'll say.
Exactly.
It's early. It's early.
It's
still.
early. All right,
Yeah.
we got one more track.
more.
This is from Biff Milla. Whose turn is it to read? I forget. Doug.
Maybe Doug.
Read this comment.
Boy Next Door, If I Say I Love You, went from a song I barely even paid attention to when it came out to one of my favorite songs of the year now. I agree with that. I really like that song.
Boy Next. Yeah.
So this was the
What's it on the
song
shortlist?
that came out in December 24th last year. It was one of the first songs we covered in the year as a whole.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I think it got kind of lost in the Christmas holiday season sauce to an extent, where like, you know, it happened at such a time where you're not like fully, you got other shit to do during the holidays. But it was one of the songs that I almost put into the next segment we're gonna do, where I would put the song in the Hall of Spice. It was on my short list.
Oh, that's super.
That's how much I like this song now. Yeah.
I think if you think about it, If I Say I Love You, it did a good job of balancing the camp that Boy Next Door and the youthfulness it brings, and like a bit more of an emotional depth where like it felt it was a little less of just literally, oh, we're just young kids who like to have fun, and more like, is this gonna be okay? If I do this, and like I enjoyed seeing this new level of dimensionality with Boys Next Door. It's particularly because I'm sure you can recognize by these scores, I haven't been resonating with all of Boy Next Door's music. Like Hollywood Action, I'm very well aware did well commercially, but I Feel Good, I wasn't a fan of either. But this one, I don't know. I still think it would be a 7. I thought it was a pretty strong score, a pretty strong track.
There weren't a ton of boy groups this year that I thought had a particularly strong year, but I think Boy Next Door was one of the few exceptions that I think overwhelmingly had a good year.
Pretty solid. Yeah.
I guess for us, we don't know because we haven't recorded the award show yet. But for our listeners, they might know because they've probably heard the award show episode.
It's a mess. The voting for the guys.
Oh, yeah.
It's a mess. I think in the
that.
first played votes alone, like there's been like 40 entries so far. There's about 25 different groups in like
Damn.
like at least not okay, that one might have been. There's at least 15 to 16 different choices for first place right now.
That's a big range.
Yeah, it's like it's ridiculous. I'm gonna have to tabulate via math, not just like, I could look at the girl groups and be like, okay, these are the groups that are in the play here. This boy group one, I'm very curious. I couldn't even predict based on just looking at the results what it's gonna be.
That's gonna be messy. What I was gonna say is I have one group figured out, and it's Boy Next Door.
Exactly, that was my thing. I want a Boy Next Door in there somewhere.
Yeah,
I felt like
that's the only one I'm very confident about right now. If I'm completely honest, I don't know. We'll have to see how that pans out. I think. Anita, you got any comments about If I Say I Love You?
I think the releases from Boy Next Door this year, I think, were still pretty solid. They weren't my favorite. I think I ranked them by my common 6. I think the first couple releases since debut, I think I had more of a I thought they were catchier, more, I guess, punchier, more like establishing their sound. This I felt more solid, like more like just kind of building a bit, but not anything drastic in my opinion. But I think that's fine. I think when you're a rookie and you're just selling on maybe your second year, maybe like year and a half really, it's not bad. I think having a solid year is not bad at all.
No, not at all. I think it's a very solid year for them. All right.
Good place for them. Yeah.
You guys remember what we were going to do last?
We're gonna nominate songs to get super passed into the Hall of Spice directly via our vote, where we need two of us, including you yourself, is obviously one vote. We need one of the other crew members to also vote yes in order for that to happen.
Yes. So the songs we nominate, if they make it, they're gonna be in Hall of Spice, which is our collection of really cool songs for 2025 forever. Like Doug said, if one of us agree, that's 2 out of the 3, so it gets put into All Spice. Any questions before we begin?
For reference, the current class of 2025 is Jenny Like Jenny, Ed Mix Know About Me, Eunice Swiss, Kiss of Life, Lips Hips Kiss, Huntrix Golden, If I Are You Okay, Kiki Dancing Alone, XG Gala, Ed Mix Blue Valentine, Hearts to Hearts Focus.
Okay, so it's
All
joining
girl
a
groups.
very solid list, is what I'm hearing. Doug, do you want to go first?
My first song is the song of the summer. The comeback, like in terms of like, you know, in some sports they have comeback player of the year. This player was gone for a while. They came back and they hit a home run.
Had an injury or something.
That's this artist right here. It's Body by Dayoung. She came out
Whoa.
of nowhere with this. She completely changed her image. She didn't eat a carb for 9 years or 9 months. She went to the gym, got self-tanner, dyed her hair bleach blonde, released the summer track of the year, and then was like exploded out of nowhere. I think this song is amazing. I don't know if it's because I'm copium because Uju Sonyo hasn't released a song in like 3 years, but I was so happy to see her change the image. She hit this song. It reminded me of like Eek Sistar summer type song. She just dropped it, and it was like, God damn, okay. I didn't know you had this in you, but you do.
But you
I think it's a great track.
I mean, I've had time to think about this. Anita, do you want to go first?
Full disclosure, I had Body on my list of like songs that I might bump up either score wise or in Hall of Spice. I guess I thought like maybe I had voiced it too much, or I kind of knew that Doug might put it, so I didn't choose it. But I agree. I really enjoy this. Definitely enjoyed the performances that she had too. Glad that she was able to get a music show win at least. I don't know if once or twice, but she was there, and that was really nice. I'm really excited for Taeyong as a soloist. I feel like seeing this, I really want to see more. And you know what? It was a shame that this was a late summer song because it wasn't
Came out in
like
September. You're right.
Yeah, proper summer. Like, but I feel like if she hits it next year, like, yes, great, it'd be awesome.
I gave it an 8 when we scored it. Anita and Warren both gave it a 7. It's the nation who let us down with a 6.67, guys.
Honestly, I saw that and I was like, why was it so low?
It accumulated to a
The Nation?
7.17. So this was one of the borderline songs. One of the songs that was
we
very
needed
close.
a bump up.
We need if either of you or me boosted one more point, it makes it. If Hall of Spice boosted it a tiny bit, it makes it as well. To be completely honest, that's just me selling you guys on the idea of this. Warren, how do you feel about Body?
Body, I wouldn't give it a 7 now. I'll be honest.
What?
What? It went down?
I don't know. I'm not particularly excited about the song anymore. I'm excited about Taeyong. I'm excited about Cosmic Girl. I'm excited about the potential of us getting more, but I don't know. Now that we've moved on from like the initial hype of seeing this girl just do this crazy comeback story all of a sudden, I thought the song itself was just okay. It was a pretty good song. Like I think in hindsight, I enjoyed the narrative more than the actual song itself. So I don't know if I would particularly bump it down to a 6, but I don't know if I want to pull it and put it in Hall of Spice. I will have to respectfully say no to that.
Dang.
Anita, you know what you gotta do, Anita.
It's a yes from me.
Let's go. Taeyong Body super passed into the Hall of Spice.
Dayoung's Body makes it into the Hall of Spice and joining all the list of songs that Doug mentioned earlier. I'm not gonna read it again. Yay!
I think she deserves it.
I'm not pissed off at it either. I'm still excited about her and like the potential she brought of like this crazy comeback story where people thought Cosmic Girl is gone forever.
Anita brought us a track we didn't cover this year.
I did. My super pass is actually Go from Cordis. We mentioned before, we covered Cordis, but the songs have always been like the slower ones, I want to say. Like the ones that we that have not quite gone viral. Another song that I also had like maybe putting it in this spot was Fashion. Warren also is a fan of that one, I think. But I wanted to do Go because I feel like I think that was the one that I feel like I was kind of like, oh, we really should have covered it. Like this was the song that kind of defined their sound a bit more and what they're going for.
Yeah.
And it's so catchy. The choreo is really catchy too. It's gone viral. Yeah, I feel like it was a unfortunate that for some reason the timing didn't work out for us to cover it, but it deserves to be up there.
I remember listening to. Oh, you go first.
No, you should go first.
No, you go first. Now I want to know.
I would give it a 9.
Whoa.
Oh, what? Really?
I would put it on my short list for Song of the Year if we actually like. I don't think I would have back then. After listening to it and seeing people dance to it and the trend of it and the vibe of it, I like it more than Fashion. I think it's a little more palatable. I think Fashion, they have more intensity and other things like that. But
Fashion
this Go song hits all it's the boy group Song of the Year in my opinion. And if I'm gonna call it in my Song of the Year short list, it has to be an 8 or a 9. I would lean it towards an 8.5, 9 area.
Oh wow.
Fashion, I would give a 7 or an 8. So yeah, that's where I am on those two.
Doug, is that an official yes from you?
Oh, of course, a 9 is that.
Okay, I'm gonna spoil myself. I also have a yes. I fucking dope ass.
Yay!
Dope ass
It's a really good song.
I will admit I like Fashion more than Go. I think I don't know if I said that.
I go back and forth. I think Fashion is really good.
But I do remember the first time I heard Go because the Go was the one they pre-released before anything else, and I remember going on Reddit and seeing the video. I was like, finally, somebody understood the assignment of what hip hop music sounds like in 2025 and then decided to translate that into K-pop. Like no more
Auto-tune
bullshit rap from 2008 kind of thing. And then I heard it was good. It was good. Like it was well written. It was performed really well. I do think it came with the caveat that I think they cannot escape the criticism that they are directly borrowing from their influences, maybe a little bit too much. But again, I'm not going to complain about that too much at the end of the day because they still did a lot to translate that over into a context within K-pop that works. And that was still enough to get me excited. Fashion was I'm really excited about Fashion. I really liked Fashion, particularly and largely because it felt like it leaned heavier into that hip hop sound with like these band arrangements, and like it still stayed true within K-pop, but like I don't know. It felt like it was a little closer to where I think we want to be. Having said all that, I was so taken back with all the discourse around when Go first initially dropped. Like people were complaining about auto-tune, and I was like,
oh yeah, I remember that.
Oh, like are you guys like 75? Like what come on, like what? Come on.
I think Cordis has I know that they do a lot of like hands-on in the production and choreography or like musically too, but I think the use of autotune and like how their vocals sound, like distortion wise and whatever they do with it, I think it makes sense. Like it feel like it understands the genre that they're doing, like the vibe they're trying to portray. So I don't know. I feel like autotune, when it's done well, it's a tool. It's not bad to use it.
It's a creative tool where nobody's using it to cover up anything in this track. Like it's both Go and Fashion. I do think it's maybe cleaned up a little bit too much, and I would like to see them be a little more raw in that aspect, and I think that's where Fashion leans heavier for me. But like if I think about all the Korean albums that are not within K-pop, they all have a similar theme and sound, where like System Soul, Nina Jirachi. I mean, Nina Jirachi is not really Korean now that I'm saying this, but I think it's kind of impossible to evade. And maybe you're not a fan of the trend, but I don't know. Saying it is an excuse. Saying that autotune is an excuse to like hide your vocals, like that's come on.
Nah.
No. Different tool, guys. All right. I have one song. I brought a song
Your
to the table.
pass.
I have the one
Warren.
song I really enjoyed last year. People gave me shit for liking the song. It's Jump by Blackpink. Jump is a fantastic song. Jump is, you fucking hear me out. Hear me out. Blackpink.
Yeah. We need to hear you out.
The fuck?
Whoa, Anita. That's a little
No, I'm
sad.
sorry. It's just that I think if we look, let's look at our
Yeah,
scores.
fuck you
What
too.
did we give
Yeah.
it? Let's look at the scores, please.
Okay.
What did we give it? 'Cause
Back-
I think
I gave it a 7. Anita gave it a 6. Warren gave it an 8. Nation gave it a 6.39.
I know that for Anita
Okay.
6, that's like more of like a 3-4 range for me. So I know you hate the fucking song, Anita.
no, I don't. Okay, I don't hate it, and I know it had its time in like mainstream. You know, like I respect that. Blackpink is still Blackpink. They're selling and they're doing their thing. And I gave it a 6 because I still think there were cool parts to it. A lot of like the instrumental they chose, if I remember correctly, I thought was really cool. Like the sampling they had there, and just very like super clubby vibe. I just feel like when I stack it up against other Blackpink songs, like other tracks that they had as of late, I don't know. This one felt a little underwhelming. I mean, still good. Like that's why I gave it a 6, but just a little underwhelming. And this was supposed to be like the comeback of them as a group, right? Like they had been doing solo stuff for a while.
Yeah. Yep.
And then they were going to do the tour, and this was revealed at the tour. So I don't know. I just feel like, to me, I felt like the event was great, but the song itself, I thought, I kind of wish it would have been
no
something
longer
else.
be tolerating any of this Jump slander. Fuck. I'm okay. I'm looking at Spotify right now, and the first thing you see on Spotify when you go on Blackpink's profile page is the list of popular songs from Blackpink. I think it balances
Right.
between recency and the amount of listens it gets. Following Jump right now is Pink Venom, Kill This Love, Shut Down, How You Like That, Boombaya, As It's Your Last, Duru Duru, Lovesick Girls, and Pretty Savage. I like Jump more than 8 of those
all of
songs, I
those.
think.
Wow. I can't say the same, but I mean, okay. Yeah, okay.
Jump is good. I think it's way better than some of their releases. Period. It's hyped up. It doesn't rely on the same.
Better than Whistle?
Okay, Whistle. I will die on this one. Whistle is their best song.
Okay.
That is so. No, I will take Whistle over Jump, but Jump I still think did a really good job of playing into Blackpink strings while delivering something that's really trendy with the times, while giving us a sound that's like really exciting. It's festively, it's energetic. I don't know. Those like Diplo synth plucks did a lot to carry the song forward. It felt a little short. That was my only complaint, and I really enjoyed
That
the
too.
ending.
Yeah.
Where like for the first time in ever, I thought the Teddy festival ending was a really good development at the end, and for some reason, they only stuck like 8 bars of it into it. I was like, guys, come on, we gotta do more. Give me a 32 fucking bars, the whole last minute. I was like, it's a rave track. I want to jump. You ain't letting me jump, and the song is only how many 2 minutes and 44 seconds. Come on, like what's going on here?
And is that a no from you? I'm hearing.
I want to hear you out, Doug.
No. Whoa. Answer the question first, Anita. You could just give me all the pressure.
do you mean?
That's fine if you want.
Sure. Okay. Yeah.
No,
for
no.
me.
Damn, fuck off. Damn. But Doug, I know I can trust on you. I know you've been always there for me during my hardest times. Remember our days?
Here's the thing.
back
Here's the
in
thing.
college?
Here's the thing with this song. It's not the best Blackpink song, period. But on an individual song level, it's not bad, you know?
No, it's
Pretty good.
fantastic. Don't give
Pretty
me
good
not
vibes.
bad.
It's a worth Hall of Spice, though.
I was okay. Here's the thing. At one point, I was going to bargain with Warren. We put this song in, and then I'll let you end this shit. I was literally.
You should have done that behind the scenes.
At one point today, I was going to be. I'm gonna bargain with Warren so I can get multiple songs in the Hall of Spice. I could ransom maybe like From Miss 9, Like You Better. I could ransom that maybe to get in. Like I was thinking of that.
Dang.
I was thinking maybe NMIX spinning on it maybe deserved it. You know, I was thinking about that. I was having these discussions in my head for a while, and are they the best discussions? I was gonna even argue. I want VVZ La La Love Me, but I realized Warren would never do that. So I stopped. I came to the conclusion that with Blackpink, things have changed, which objectively they have. But change is necessarily not a bad thing. So Merry Christmas, Warren. I'll put this shit in the Hall of Spice for you. Let's go.
Look at us. Christmas present.
Now, I sometimes fall into the trap of thinking this is a Blackpink song. My expectations for Blackpink are from like 2019. You know what I mean? Or whatever the heyday was. But in reality, shit changes, sounds change. On an individual level, I like me some club tracks. This is a decent club track. I'm willing to give it.
Their heyday is right now. They're gonna keep growing. Look at me. I'm the biggest blink in the room for some reason. This
came around. Did. Wow.
Hey, I need to see Jisoo at a Formula One race this year. She's the only member who hasn't been at one in like the last 2 years. Can we please get her at one of these Formula One races? Just saying.
All right. Doug, look at us. We successfully surpassed all of our nominations.
Oh, we did.
Straight into Hall of Spice.
Hey, last year, at the end of the year, we surpassed 2 songs and we rescored 3 songs. We added 5 in the holiday season last year. Actually, no. We only surpassed 2 because the Soju scoring system just started. We only had 3 entries via the scoring. We surpassed 2. To be fair, it was Red Velvet Cosmic and Espa Supernova got surpassed in, so kind of had to be honest.
Yeah.
All right.
But
our final Hall of Spice list. Wait, why is XG's Gala not yellow?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's
still in Hall of Spice. Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Our full Hall of Spice list for 2025 is Gala by XG, Like Jenny by Jenny, Know About Me by NMIX, Blue Valentine by MX, Golden by Huntrix, Are You Okay by FI, Swicy by Eunice, Focus by Hearts to Hearts, Lips Hips Kiss by Kiss of Life, Dancing Alone by Kiki, as well as our 3 new additions, Body by Dayoung, Go by Cordis, and Jump by Blackpink. Does anybody object?
No.
Too bad
I object to one of the songs, but too bad.
Too bad.
Yeah.
It's not how it works. It's not a wedding.
Hey guys. I guess it's time to put a bow on it. It's been an eventful 2025 in K-pop. I would say, like, maybe not musically the best year, but a lot of shit happened, and this whole
interesting stuff.
This whole New Jeans saga kind of dragged the whole year, to be completely honest. But then we got rewarded with K-pop Demon Hunters exploding, so that was fun. I don't know what we have in store in 2026. I hope we have just great music, good vibes, everyone's happy, everyone's healthy. Same thing to you guys and your families at home. Thank you for listening to us all these years. It's been fun. We might have some other content over the break, but if not, we'll see you guys in 2 weeks. And
Anita, am I gonna talk to you? Is that maybe gonna happen? Ramble?
Maybe.
Ramble?
but at a minimum, we'll see you guys in a couple weeks, and I hope we all have a good rest of your holidays. See you, everyone. Bye.
Bye. Happy New Year's.
Woo.
And here's an extra special shout out to all of our Fiesta Patreons on patreon.com. Bagel, Charles, Cotton Ball, Ellie, Gogu Mama, Honey Pools, Incoming Snail, Liam's Games and Toys, Natalie, NJ Parks, South Texas Once, Siu Sumi. And thank you for joining SojuTalk, your weekly shot of K-pop. Thank you, really.